to introduce to you today John Henk. He is the valedictorian and also a national merit finalist from Boyd High School. And I noticed you got a Yale t-shirt there, so I would assume that you're all set and ready to go to Yale?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited going there next year.
So can you tell us some of your activities and your involvement in extracurricular programs at Boyd High School, things that you were involved in?
Mm-hmm. I'm the varsity captain of the tennis team. I've been on the varsity team for 3 years now. I also do mock trial. The team advanced to state this year, which was exciting. And then I also do UIL academics. I was a state champion last year in social studies, and now I'm going with the team to state this year, as well as individually.
So when does that competition occur?
May 19th, I think. It's a Monday and a Tuesday, so you're going to miss a bit of school.
So you'd like to be a repeat champion, huh?
Yes, I want to win as a team also this year. That'd be exciting.
Yeah. Now, mock trial, how did that go?
Really well. We didn't expect actually to go to state because our region, we have the toughest region in the state. Usually whoever wins from our region wins state, and that happened again this year. So yeah.
you did win state?
No, we didn't.
Oh, but who won state then?
Creekview High School. They've won 3 years in a row now. So
okay.
We advanced from our region, and 4 teams advanced from our region, and all 4 teams were in the top 7 at state. So
okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject or area interest?
I really like Spanish, and I also am interested in all the history classes that Boyd offers. I've taken world history, U.S. history, and art history now, and those are my favorite classes I've taken.
So what do you plan to do at Yale?
I want to study global affairs in Spanish.
So do you have an ultimate career goal after you graduate from college or all that?
At the moment, it's diplomacy. I want to be a diplomat, and then to get there, I want to study international law, maybe get a law degree, or get a PhD in global affairs.
Okay, great.
Either one.
That's great. Tell us the most challenging aspect of high school and how you manage that challenge.
Definitely time management. This week, for example, I get home at 9 every day, so that's the toughest part, I think. And then, because I have different things going on, I have a job this year, which is more stressful than ever because I have less time for school and with like social life. If you have a social life, then it's really difficult to manage everything.
I can imagine. But that should help prepare you for college.
Yeah, definitely. I think I know how to manage my time now. Use your weekends, because I use my weekends considerably, because that's like the only free time I have.
That's great. I know that high school can be stressful, and it sounds like you've got a very rigid schedule where you've got a lot going on. How do you deal with stress, and how do you handle that to relax or decompress?
I watch a lot of TV on my phone. I have a Hulu account, a Hulu Plus account, and a Netflix account, so I just watch that religiously whenever I have some free time and I need to relax.
All right. Well, that's the neat thing about Hulu and Netflix, isn't it? You can choose what you want to watch. And
yeah, I've seen every episode of like 30 shows. It's kind of a problem, but whatever.
What's your favorite show?
Probably The Office. It's over. I like Parks and Rec because that's still on right now. Those are the good shows.
Okay. What particular mentor or inspirational figure is there in your life, and why?
I would have to go with my AP Spanish teacher, Senior Volnick, because I was interested in Spanish before I took his class, but then I'm not completely fluent yet, but he is, and like to see him become fluent, because he didn't even take Spanish in high school. Like he didn't know any Spanish when he graduated high school. Because he did it, I think I could do it too, like become fluent relatively soon. I'm going to Ecuador for 3 weeks this summer to try to become fluent. I'm teaching English in a high school in Quito. So hopefully that'll make me become fluent. And he's also like traveled everywhere. He's backpacked through Europe. He's been to almost every Latin American country. So I want to do similar things to that.
That's great. If you could give one piece of advice to an 8th grader heading into high school next year, what would it be?
Definitely take as many AP classes as you can, no matter what. Even if you don't think you can handle it, you can handle at least one, because in college, if you don't take any AP classes, you might be behind because you're not used to that workload. And if you take one at a time, I think anyone can manage that.
That's great. That's great. Years from now, when you look back at elementary, middle, and high school, what do you remember most about your experience in McKinney?
Probably all the friendships I've had over the years, because I went here kindergarten through 2nd grade. I still remember most of my friends then. And then I moved to Miami, and then I moved back, and I've been here middle school and high school. So I remember all the different friends I've had in middle school and high school. So I think definitely I'll stick with that.
When you came back to middle school here from it was in Florida, Did you have a chance to reconnect with the friends you had in elementary school?
Yeah, I kept a lot of them when I was in Miami because my dad still lived here, so I like flew back every summer. And then there was also like I met a lot of friends that I had in like first grade, and I totally forgot about. Like I'd see them in the hallway, but like, I kind of recognize you. And then yeah, so I've become friends with those people again.
Okay. Well, you know, Ivy League schools are difficult to get into.
Yeah, they are.
How did you go about applying for Yale, and what was the process? Tell me that experience.
I think it starts junior year really. Like I looked into all the schools that had good international relations programs because I knew that's what I wanted to do. And Yale has the best one in the country, so that was like my top choice from there on. Georgetown also has a good program, and I applied there and I got in, but I'm gonna choose Yale over Georgetown. So I think definitely if you have like a criteria set for how you want to choose it, it might be like setting, like city, rural, whichever you want, like religious affiliation, anything. If you have a criteria, it's really easy to pick schools from that. If you have no idea, then I would definitely suggest applying to some reach schools because you never know if you'll get in. I didn't think I was gonna get in. I was actually deferred because I applied early, which means they look at your application and regular decision, and I got in and I was super shocked because usually they don't accept anyone that gets deferred, so.
So did you have to go through an interview? Did they interview you? And everything?
It's not really like college admissions. You'd think it's like a formal interview where you dress up and everything, but it's at Starbucks usually, and it's an alumni, and they just fill out a sheet and describe what you're like to the college because the college has never met you, so they want that input from someone that's actually met you.
What were some of the questions they asked, or do you have to swear to secrecy?
No, not at all. I don't know. They mainly ask you what wasn't in your application that you could talk about, and like what you've been involved in since you wrote your application, all that.
Well, John, it's a pleasure meeting you. Look forward to shaking your hand in graduation here in a few weeks, and congratulations on all the achievements you've made so far.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.